I've brought you out here into the garden before I take you inside to show you a quick little recipe of what I'm going to do, but I really wanted to show you my Rosella plant. It was given to me for my birthday as a birthday present, and so I put it in this garden bed. Look, I have really fond memories of going and picking wild rosellas in the Northern Territory where I grew up, and going and getting them as a child and then as a young adult, and even doing it with my kids. We'd go and pick wild rosellas and then come back and turn them into cordials and jams and stuff like that. But ever since I've been in Queensland, I haven't done that, and now that I've got this Rosella plant, I've found this brilliant recipe that I really like. It's a Rosella cordial, but it's with a twist. It's a fermented Rosella cordial. So I thought I'd bring you out and show you the plant, and then I will take you back inside or in the shade and I'll show you how to make it. So now that we've had a look at the Rosella plant, I picked all of these yesterday, and I'm going to process them now. What I'm going to make is a Rosella cordial, but it's not a cordial with lots of sugar and boiling over the stove and all that sort of stuff. I'm led to believe, doing it this way, it's called a shrub. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to shrub my rosellas into a cordial, and then I'm going to show you what I do with the actual rosellas after they've infused into this mixture. So what you're going to need is a glass jar, some apple cider vinegar, and some raw honey. So I've got a pretty big jar here because I've got lots of rosellas, and I'm using my own homegrown honey and some apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. Now what you're going to need is equal portions of everything. So for this jar I'm going to do 1/3 of it honey, 1/3 of it as the apple cider vinegar, and then 1/3 of the rosellas, and I'll take you through that process and show you how to do it. But you can use any sort of fruit with this. I really like the taste of the way the rosellas come out. I really like blackberries and raspberries as well. You can do them. I haven't tried blueberries, but as soon as my blueberry starts fruiting, I might give that a try. So you just experiment with different sorts of fruit, and when you put it in the jar, just give it a bit of a smush up so that it can extract all the goodness into your honey and apple cider vinegar mixture that you're putting it in, and then you just leave it sit on the counter for a couple of weeks. Every time you go past it, give it a bit of a shake and move it around, and then you strain it off. And I will show you what I do as well with the leftover bits of rosella that what I do is with the pulp of the rosellas, I put them in the dehydrator, and they come out to be this really nice crunchy, they're just really nice crunchy snacks, I guess you could call it. They'd be really good in a trail mix or on top of your yogurt, and or just as a little snack as you're cruising around doing your day-to-day stuff. But when I make it with the blackberries and the raspberries and stuff, once I've strained it out, I make a chia pudding, and then I just put that fruit pulp in with the chia pudding when I make it, so that I have a blackberry chia pudding already in the fridge made up for whenever I want it. Alright, so let's get down and start processing this. So that's our 1/3 honey, and now we'll do our 1/3 apple cider vinegar. now that I've got that honey and apple cider vinegar mixed, now I'll start putting in the rosellas. So we just start from the top and we just peel it back. I like to get as much of it as I can, so I like to take all of this from the back off as well. And then what you can do is you can dry these seeds out, and then you will have plenty more seeds to plant rosellas next season. Okay, so now I've put all the rosellas in, and by the way, it's a very red job. It will stain your fingers, but it'll come off. It's worth it, trust me. So now that I have all of that rosella in to my honey and apple cider vinegar mix, I'm just going to put on the lid tightly, give it a little shake, and now every time I walk past this in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to just give it a shake up, and then in a couple of weeks it'll be ready to strain off. So when you strain it off, it is going to end up looking like this, a beautiful bright red cordial mixture. And now you can keep that on your bench if you like, or in the fridge. Because it's got apple cider vinegar in it, it's going to keep quite nicely on the bench, and because it's got raw honey as well, so it shouldn't go off. It will continue to do a bit of a ferment though if you do leave it on your bench, so it may end up quite vinegary if you do that, or you can just put it in your fridge and then just use it like you would a cordial. I really like mine with soda water, absolutely delicious. So once you've strained after a couple of weeks, you strain your mixture, and then you have all of your rosella pieces there. So what I do with it, and I have some on the go right now, just spread it like that along the dehydrating tray, and then put it in the dehydrator until it turns out nice and crispy. So the ones in the dryer aren't quite ready, but here's a batch that I finished the other day, and they're really quite nice. So I'll show you. They turn out quite crispy, very delicious, chewy, really nice. I really like them. So that's the way I used all our rosellas this year. Sorry, I feel really good. Leave me a comment if you use your rosellas in a different way, or if you give this recipe a try with not only rosellas but any berries and stuff like that, and let me know how you went and whether you liked it or not.